What if I told you that the soul you carry within you right now has journeyed through countless lifetimes? That the essence of who you are has experienced the rise and fall of civilizations, witnessed the construction of the pyramids, or perhaps even walked alongside history's greatest philosophers? The concept of reincarnation isn't merely an ancient belief, it's a profound spiritual understanding that has persisted across cultures and millennia. Your soul, that eternal spark of consciousness, doesn't simply appear at birth and disappear at death. Rather, it travels through an intricate cycle of experiences, gathering wisdom, confronting challenges, and evolving with each incarnation. Think of yourself as a library containing thousands of books you've never read. Each book represents a lifetime your soul has lived, filled with lessons, relationships, triumphs, and tragedies. Though these books remain closed to your conscious mind, their influence subtly shapes who you are today. Have you ever felt an unexplainable connection to a particular historical period or distant culture? Perhaps you feel strangely at home when hearing certain foreign languages or experiencing traditions you've never been exposed to in this lifetime. These aren't merely passing curiosities. They may be echoes from your soul's previous journeys. The renowned spiritual teacher Edgar once described the soul as a developing entity with a past, present, and future. His readings suggested that our current preferences, talents, and even relationships often have roots in past incarnations. The child who plays the piano flawlessly without formal training, or the adult who feels an immediate, profound connection with someone they've just met. These experiences hint at the continuity of consciousness across multiple lifetimes. Your dreams may offer glimpses into these forgotten chapters of your soul's history. Those vivid, emotionally charged dreams of unfamiliar places or people might not be random fabrications of your sleeping mind, but actual fragments of memories from past lives seeking expression. When you awaken with tears streaming down your face after dreaming of a tragedy you've never experienced, or find yourself filled with inexplicable joy from visiting a strange but somehow familiar place, your soul may be reconnecting with its vast experiential archive. Consider those inexplicable fears or phobias that seem to have no origin in your current life experience. The person with an intense fear of water, despite never having a traumatic drowning experience, may be carrying the emotional imprint of such an event from a previous incarnation. Similarly, your natural talents and gifts, those abilities that come to you with unusual ease, may represent skills honed over multiple lifetimes. The law of karma plays an essential role in this eternal journey. Every action, every choice, every intention creates ripples that extend beyond a single lifetime. The relationships you're drawn to, the challenges you repeatedly face, and even the circumstances of your birth may all be connected to karmic patterns established long ago. This isn't punishment or reward, but rather the soul's ongoing process of balancing energies and completing lessons. When you encounter individuals with whom you feel an immediate, profound connection, as if you've known them forever, you likely have. Soul families or soul groups often reincarnate together, playing different roles in each other's lives across multiple lifetimes. The person who is your mother in this life might have been your child, friend, or even adversary in a previous incarnation. What mysteries might be unlocked if you could access the full tapestry of your soul's journey? What wisdom, what understanding, what healing might become available? The boundaries between lifetimes aren't as solid as they appear, and the more conscious you become of your eternal nature, the more you can integrate the accumulated wisdom of your soul's many experiences. Is this journey random, or is there purpose behind the cycle of rebirth? Many spiritual traditions suggest that the soul reincarnates to complete unfinished business, to balance karmic debts, and ultimately to evolve toward higher consciousness. Each lifetime offers unique opportunities for growth, for service, for the expression of love in its myriad forms. The forgotten memories of your past lives aren't truly lost. They're merely hidden beneath the surface of your consciousness, whispering to you through intuition, dreams, and inexplicable knowing. These subtle signals form a bridge between who you are now and who you've been throughout the ages. Have you ever visited a place for the first time, yet experienced an overwhelming sense of familiarity? Perhaps you've instinctively known your way around an unfamiliar city or felt a deep emotional connection to ancient ruins. These experiences often represent what spiritual teachers call soul memory. moments when the veil between lifetimes momentarily thins, allowing fragments of past experiences to filter through. Consider the phenomenon of children who speak languages they've never been taught or describe historical details they couldn't possibly know. A young child in rural America suddenly speaking phrases in ancient Aramaic, or accurately describing the layout of a temple in Cambodia they've never visited. These cases suggest the persistence of knowledge across lifetimes. While skeptics might dismiss such accounts, those who study reincarnation recognize these as moments when the soul's vast memory temporarily overrides the limitations of the current incarnation. Your soul carries with it the accumulated wisdom of its journey. Those moments of profound insight that seem to arise from nowhere, what we often call intuition, may actually be your higher self drawing upon experiences gained across multiple lifetimes. The artist who instinctively understands color theory without formal training, the healer with naturally gifted hands, the mediator who effortlessly resolves conflicts, all may be expressing skills refined through many incarnations. Dreams serve as perhaps the most direct channel through which past life memories can reach your conscious mind. The subconscious isn't bound by the same limitations that restrict your waking awareness. During sleep, the barriers between past and present may temporarily dissolve, allowing forgotten experiences to resurface as symbolic narratives. These aren't ordinary dreams. They often carry a different quality, appearing with unusual clarity and emotional intensity, leaving you with a sense that you've glimpsed something profoundly significant about yourself. Many spiritual practitioners believe that deep meditation can also access these hidden memories. By quieting the chattering mind and entering altered states of consciousness, some individuals report vivid recollections of past incarnations, complete with sensory details, emotional responses, and specific historical contexts. These aren't merely imagined scenarios, but genuine reconnections with experiences deeply embedded in the soul's memory. The concept of cellular memory suggests that your physical body itself may retain imprints from previous lifetimes. Unexplained birthmarks sometimes correspond to fatal wounds from past lives. Physical ailments that defy medical explanation might represent unresolved trauma carried forward from another time. Your body becomes not just the vehicle for your current journey, but a repository of your soul's history. What's particularly fascinating is how these past life influences often manifest in your current relationships. The immediate, powerful connection felt upon meeting certain individuals, whether positive or negative, may indicate a soul recognition, a remembering at the deepest level. These aren't random encounters, but continuations of relationships that have spanned centuries, perhaps millennia. The unfinished business between souls creates a magnetic pull that draws them together again and again until the lessons are learned, the karma balanced. Certain cultures and spiritual traditions have developed sophisticated methods for accessing these hidden memories. From hypnotic regression to shamanic journeying, these techniques aim to bypass the conscious mind's limitations and retrieve information from what Carl Jung called the collective unconscious, that vast repository of human experience that transcends individual lifetimes. But why does the veil exist at all? Why aren't we born with full awareness of our soul's journey? Spiritual wisdom suggests that forgetting serves a purpose. Each new incarnation represents a fresh start, an opportunity to approach life's lessons without the baggage of past failures or successes. If you remembered being a king in a previous life, how would that affect your current experience as an ordinary citizen? If you recalled the details of past betrayals, could you approach new relationships with an open heart? Yet the soul knows what it needs for growth. Those fragments that do filter through, the inexplicable fears, the natural talents, the powerful attractions and aversions, provide exactly the guidance needed for your current evolution. Your higher self carefully selects which memories remain accessible and which remain hidden, creating the perfect conditions for your soul's development in this particular lifetime. The concept of soul agreements suggests that before incarnating, souls make arrangements with other souls about the roles they'll play in each other's lives. The challenging relationships that push you to grow, the mentors who appear at crucial moments, even the seemingly random encounters that change your life's direction, all may be part of an intricate plan designed by souls who have known each other across many lifetimes. As you become more attuned to the subtle communications from your deeper self, you may begin to recognize patterns that extend beyond your current lifetime. Recurring dreams, persistent interests in specific historical periods, unexplainable skills or knowledge. These are breadcrumbs left by your soul, inviting you to remember who you truly are, beyond the limitations of time and physical form. Karma isn't simply a cosmic system of reward and punishment. It's the profound spiritual mechanism through which your soul evolves across lifetimes. Think of karma as the accumulated energy of every thought, every intention, every action your soul has ever experienced. This energy doesn't disappear when your physical body returns to dust. Rather, it continues to shape your soul's journey through subsequent incarnations. Imagine that each lifetime is like a thread in an immense tapestry. These threads, some vibrant, others muted, some straight, others tangled, represent the various experiences your soul has chosen to undergo. When viewed from a limited perspective, these individual threads might seem random or disconnected, but from the higher perspective of spiritual consciousness, they form an intricate pattern of growth and evolution that spans thousands of years. The law of karma operates with mathematical precision. Every cause generates an effect. Every action creates a reaction. When you've been generous in past lives, abundance often flows to you in this incarnation. When you've caused harm, similar experiences may manifest in your current circumstances, not as punishment, but as opportunities for understanding, balance, and growth. This is why many spiritual teachers emphasize that karma isn't about cosmic vengeance, but about soul education. Your current life circumstances, from your family dynamics to your innate talents, from your persistent challenges to your deepest passions, all reflect karmic influences. The child born with extraordinary musical ability hasn't simply received a random genetic gift. Their soul may have devoted multiple lifetimes to developing this talent. The individual who struggles repeatedly with trust issues may be working through the energetic residue of betrayals experienced centuries ago. Karmic relationships represent some of the most powerful teachers in your soul's journey. Those connections that feel inexplicably intense, whether harmonious or challenging, often involve souls with whom you've shared significant experiences in previous incarnations. The parent who triggers your deepest wounds may be providing exactly the catalyst needed for healing ancient patterns. The friend who appears at precisely the right moment to offer guidance may be fulfilling a soul agreement made long before either of you took your first breath in these current bodies. The concept of karmic debt suggests that certain challenges in your present life may reflect unresolved energies from past actions. If you consistently experience particular patterns, perhaps difficulties with authority figures, persistent financial struggles, or repeated betrayals in relationships, these may represent karmic lessons your soul has chosen to master. By approaching these patterns with awareness rather than resistance, you accelerate your spiritual evolution. Health challenges sometimes reflect karmic patterns seeking resolution. The unexplained chronic pain, the recurring illness with no apparent physical cause, the persistent emotional blockages, these may represent energetic imbalances carried forward from previous lifetimes. Many holistic healers recognize that true healing often requires addressing not just the physical symptoms, but the deeper spiritual causes that may extend beyond your current incarnation. Yet karma isn't a fixed sentence. It's a fluid, dynamic energy that responds to your growing awareness. Each moment offers an opportunity to create new karma through conscious choice. When you respond to hatred with compassion, when you choose forgiveness over resentment, when you act from love rather than fear, you aren't just affecting your present experience. You're actively reshaping your soul's trajectory across lifetimes. The spiritual principle of grace intersects with karma in profound ways. Grace represents those moments when divine intervention seems to lift certain karmic burdens, creating openings for accelerated growth. These aren't arbitrary exemptions from spiritual law, but rather cosmic recognitions of the soul's readiness to evolve beyond particular patterns. When you've genuinely learned the lesson a certain karma was designed to teach, the universe often provides release from that particular cycle. Your intuitive attractions and aversions frequently have karmic roots. The immediate trust or distrust you feel upon meeting certain individuals, your inexplicable attraction to specific cultures or time periods, your natural affinity for particular spiritual practices. These often represent soul recognition of energies encountered in previous lifetimes. By paying attention to these subtle signals, you gain valuable insights into your soul's ongoing journey. Many spiritual traditions teach techniques for karmic clearing, conscious practices designed to resolve energetic imbalances carried from past lives. From forgiveness rituals to past life regression, from energy healing to specialized meditation practices, these approaches aim to accelerate your soul's evolution by addressing the root causes of persistent patterns rather than merely treating their symptoms. The concept of karmic acceleration suggests that souls on Earth are currently experiencing an unprecedented opportunity for rapid evolution. The collective consciousness is shifting, allowing for the resolution of ancient karmic patterns at an accelerated pace. This explains why many people report experiencing more intense life challenges in recent decades. These aren't punishments, but opportunities for completing karmic cycles that might otherwise require several more incarnations. Your dreams often contain symbolic representations of karmic patterns seeking resolution. The recurring nightmare of being pursued, the dream of searching for something lost, the vision of flying but being unable to reach your destination. These may reflect karmic energies asking for your conscious attention. By working with these dream symbols through journaling, meditation, or spiritual counseling, you actively participate in your soul's healing journey. The ultimate purpose of karma isn't suffering, but awakening. Each challenge, each lesson, each apparent setback serves the greater purpose of guiding your soul toward higher consciousness. When you recognize that your current experiences, however difficult they may sometimes be, represent stepping stones on an eternal journey of spiritual evolution, you transform your relationship with life itself. You begin to see that nothing is wasted, nothing is random, and every experience contains the seeds of profound growth. As we conclude our exploration of your soul's vast journey across time and space, we must contemplate perhaps the most profound question of all. What is the ultimate purpose of this endless cycle of incarnations? Why does the soul choose to experience the physical realm again and again, accumulating wisdom through joy and suffering, love and loss, triumph and failure? The answer lies in understanding that your soul isn't separate from the divine source. It's an individualized expression of that infinite consciousness, undertaking a grand journey of self-discovery. Just as a prism refracts white light into a spectrum of colors, the soul experiences itself through countless incarnations, each revealing different aspects of its true nature. Your physical experiences across lifetimes aren't punishments or random accidents, but carefully orchestrated opportunities for the soul to know itself more fully. Spiritual traditions across cultures speak of this journey using different metaphors, but they point to the same fundamental truth. The soul incarnates to evolve from unconscious divinity to conscious divinity. In the beginning, we are like divine children, pure in essence but unaware of our true nature. Through the cycle of rebirth, we gradually awaken to our authentic spiritual identity, integrating the wisdom gained through countless experiences until we recognize our oneness with all that is. Throughout history, spiritual teachers have described this evolutionary process. The Buddha spoke of the wheel of samsara and the possibility of liberation through enlightenment. The Vedic traditions outlined the concept of moksha, release from the cycle of death and rebirth. Christian mysticism refers to theosis, the transformation of the soul through divine union. Though the terminology differs, these traditions all recognize that the soul's journey has a sacred purpose beyond mere existence. Your current incarnation represents just one chapter in an epic spiritual narrative spanning thousands of years. The challenges you face today weren't randomly assigned. They reflect precisely the experiences your soul needs for its current evolutionary phase. That difficult relationship teaching you patience and compassion, that health crisis inviting you to surrender to a higher power, that unexpected loss prompting you to question your assumptions about reality, all are tailored opportunities for your soul's growth. Some spiritual traditions speak of soul contracts, agreements made before incarnation about the general parameters of each lifetime. Your soul, in its wisdom, selects specific lessons, relationships, and challenges that will best serve its evolution. From this perspective, Even the most painful experiences can be recognized as sacred teachers chosen by your higher self. This doesn't mean you should passively accept suffering, but rather that you can approach life's difficulties with the awareness that they contain seeds of profound transformation. The principle of soul groups suggests that we rarely undertake this journey alone. Certain souls travel with us across multiple lifetimes, playing different roles in each incarnation, sometimes as parents, sometimes as children, sometimes as friends or adversaries. These relationships create the perfect conditions for working through karmic patterns and learning essential spiritual lessons. The person who most challenges you in this lifetime may be one of your closest soul companions, courageously playing a difficult role to help you evolve. As your soul progresses through its evolutionary journey, it gradually develops higher capacities, greater compassion, expanded awareness, deeper wisdom, more profound love. These aren't abstract concepts, but living energies that become increasingly embodied through the experience of multiple lifetimes. The soul that has incarnated hundreds of times carries a different quality of presence than a younger soul. This isn't hierarchical judgment, but simply a recognition that souls, like all living things, mature through experience. Some spiritual teachers suggest that the cycle of reincarnation isn't infinite, that after sufficient evolution, the soul transcends the need for physical incarnation altogether. Others believe that highly evolved souls choose to continue incarnating not from necessity, but from compassion, returning to guide others on the path. These enlightened beings, sometimes called bodhisattvas, avatars, or way showers, demonstrate the extraordinary possibilities available to all souls eventually. Your dreams of a better world aren't merely idealistic fantasies, they're glimpses of the higher reality your soul is working to manifest. When you envision a world of peace, harmony, and universal compassion, you're tuning into the divine blueprint that guides soul evolution collectively. By aligning your current life choices with these higher values, you actively participate in humanity's spiritual advancement, fulfilling your own soul purpose while contributing to our shared evolution. Modern physics increasingly echoes ancient spiritual wisdom, suggesting that consciousness doesn't end with physical death, but continues in dimensions beyond our ordinary perception. Quantum theories about non-locality, entanglement, and the observer effect scientifically support what mystics have claimed for millennia, that consciousness is fundamental to reality itself, not merely a byproduct of brain activity. Your soul exists beyond the limitations of time and space, temporarily focusing its attention through the lens of your current physical form. As you awaken to your soul's eternal nature, your perspective on this lifetime naturally transforms. Challenges that once seemed overwhelming become meaningful opportunities for growth. Relationships reveal their deeper spiritual purpose. Your unique gifts and talents are recognized as sacred offerings developed across many lifetimes. Even your deepest wounds are understood as doorways to profound healing, not just for yourself, but for the collective consciousness. This awakening doesn't happen in isolation. We are witnessing a global shift in consciousness, a time when countless souls are simultaneously remembering their true nature. This explains the unprecedented spiritual seeking characteristic of our era, the widespread interest in meditation and mindfulness, the growing recognition of our profound interconnection. Your personal journey of soul remembering contributes to this planetary awakening, creating ripples that extend far beyond your individual experience. The 20th century mystic Edgar spoke of this time as one when humanity would undergo a profound transformation, moving from material consciousness to spiritual awareness. His readings suggested that souls incarnating during this period have chosen to participate in this collective evolution, each playing their unique role in the great turning of the ages. Your presence on Earth now isn't accidental. Your soul has chosen this pivotal moment to contribute its gifts to humanity's spiritual renaissance. As we complete our exploration of your soul's eternal journey, remember that this understanding isn't merely intellectual. It's an invitation to live from a place of expanded awareness. When you recognize yourself as an eternal spiritual being, having a temporary human experience, everything changes. Your priorities naturally align with your soul's higher purpose. Your capacity for love deepens. Your fear of death diminishes. You begin to perceive the sacred meaning woven into every moment of your existence. The ancient Vedic texts contain a profound truth, Tattvam Asi, thou art that. Your individual soul is not separate from the infinite divine source, but is a unique expression of that boundless consciousness. Through the journey of countless lifetimes, your soul gradually awakens to this ultimate reality, recognizing that the love, wisdom, and creative power it has been seeking have been its true nature all along. This is the magnificent purpose behind your soul's eternal pilgrimage across the vastness of time and space. If these words have awakened something deep within you, a recognition, a remembering of your soul's eternal journey, then perhaps this isn't our first encounter across the vastness of time. Your presence here was no accident. Take a moment now. Subscribe to continue this sacred exploration together. With each new video, we'll uncover more layers of the magnificent truth about who you really are. The wisdom of countless lifetimes awaits you. Subscribe now and begin remembering.